Joining us this morning via satellite from Washington with his reaction is local Congressman Kevin McCarthy. Good morning, Congressman. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Congressman, what does Bin Laden's death mean for this fight on terror?
I mean, a couple different things. One, it first tells you that it is not over, but it also shows to the rest of the world that the resolve that America has, that from one standpoint, we know justice had to be done, and I applaud the President. I applaud President Bush as well from doing all that they have to build up to find where Osama Bin Laden was, and for President Obama to make that decision to go into another country and enforce justice. Now, one thing that you'll find is a nation together, just as during the tragic of 9/11 we became one country. I've watched from across the nation people rally from the idea that yes, we followed through and come together as a nation, but we need to continue to be strong, because you will find throughout the world this is not the end, and there are many others that will come and try to change our way of life.
Well, earlier today on Good Morning Kern County, you told us that you were notified about Osama Bin Laden's death just moments before the President addressed the nation. What was your reaction when you first heard the news?
Well, I first heard across. I was in Washington, and I'd just been Saturday night with CIA Director Panetta and had a long conversation with him. But this is something all Americans wanting to see come to fruition. And when they said there was going to be a special announcement the President was having on Sunday, and then when they came across and said that it was not going to be about Libya, I lived with another member of Congress. I said, I bet this is about Osama Bin Laden. And when you thought about that, I didn't want to get my hopes up, but when you heard it was breaking, you heard that it was going to happen, you were, one, very proud that you continued forward, but those Navy SEAL team that went in, they get a lot of respect from across this country, and we'd all like to meet them one day.
And Congressman, and now that this news has, spread around the world, a lot of families right here in America are wondering, what does this mean for our troops overseas?
Well, it's going to be heightened alert for the troops overseas. Not sure first what will transpire, but the enemy has to be, from one standpoint, realize that, yes, Osama Bin Laden is dead, that we found him and we inflicted justice for what the thousands of Americans that he has killed, and think of what he has transpired throughout the world, the evil that he has progressed throughout. What we'd like to see the rest of the world see as well, that to move away from that way of life, that find a way that we can live together and end the terrorism and not allow it to grow in different parts of the world as well. But our troops, I for one want to see them on alert to be able to be protective and make sure they have everything they need and the intelligence that they need gathering throughout the world to make sure if anybody else is trying anything.
And Congressman, speaking of being on alert, do you feel that Americans should fear any retaliation? Do we need to be on a heightened alert this morning?
I don't think we have to fear it. I just think we have to keep our eyes and ears open. The only thing after 9/11 is something that it's our way of life now, that we have to pay attention. We have to understand that the world is a dangerous place and that freedom is not free. But from the same respect that Americans will keep their resolve and will find justice, even if it took us a decade to do it, we will track them down.
And Congressman, before we let you go, is there anything that we can expect from the White House later today? I understand you're going to be having dinner there. Anything we should expect, any more news coming out of the White House today?
I think you'll continue to find news coming out of the White House with the information going behind how the decision was made, how it was carried out, what we see moving forward from our allies across the world and what other people are saying. I'm scheduled to be at a dinner with the President tonight at the White House. This was prearranged. This is about other issues.
Okay.
But I am sure with the group that is there, the bipartisan leadership team, we will be talking about what has transpired.